Welcome to our biodiversity review. So, biodiversity, what a fancy word, right? What does it mean? Well, let's look at the word itself and break it down. Bio means life, and diversity means variety. So, biodiversity is the rich variety of life on Earth. Now, we look at these differences in living things at three different levels. The first one is differences in genes. Second is differences in the kind and type of species. And third is differences in ecosystems. So let's go ahead and investigate biodiversity a little bit more with a rating. A healthy ecosystem has more biodiversity. Healthy ecosystems need a healthy balance of living things. For example, plants need sunlight, rain, and healthy soil full of nutrients. Insects like bees and ants feed on plants. They also help the plants make seeds by bringing pollen from flower to flower. Animals like deer, rabbits, and grasshoppers eat the plants too. And their poop returns nutrients to the soil, making it a healthy place for plants to grow. But if there were too many hungry animals, they would eat up all the plants. Fortunately, carnivorous animals like snakes, foxes, jaguars, and even some insects keep the plant eaters in check by eating them. Our world is like a web made up of many strands all connected together. Break one connection and the whole web may change. So now we have a little stop and jot moment. Now we're all interconnected. So decreasing biodiversity is going to affect all of us in one way or another. But let's look at a more concrete example. Let's say we decreased biodiversity by killing off the butterflies. What other organism will you see a decrease in? And think about the organism that would be most directly impacted by the death of the butterflies. Think about it, pick a response, and then play the video to check if you were on the right track. So in this food web, what you see is transfer of energy. That's what the arrows are showing you. So the energy in the plant goes into the butterfly as the butterfly consumes the plant. And the energy of the butterfly will go inside the lizard because the lizard would eat or consume the butterfly. So the organism that would be most affected by the death of the butterflies would be the lizards. So you guys just finished seeing an example of how we're all connected. But unfortunately, we are in a situation where humans have greatly decreased biodiversity through their activities. So let's go ahead and engage with a reading on how humans have decreased biodiversity. And then I'm going to follow up with videos so you can get a more holistic picture of the situation we're confronted with. Humans have an effect on ecosystems when they use native grasslands or forested areas for farming or urban use. Deforestation is the permanent removal of trees to make room for something besides forest. This can include clearing the land for farming or grazing. When the human population grows too big, native grasslands and forested areas need to be removed so that cities and towns can be built for urban use. The resources of these forests and grasslands are used for the timber for fuel or for construction and manufacturing. So now I'm going to go ahead and play a video so you can get a better idea of how this human behavior is affecting biodiversity in our planet.
Forests cover about 30% of the planet, and the ecosystems they create play an essential role in supporting life on Earth. But deforestation is clearing Earth's forests on a massive scale, and at the current rate of destruction, the world's rainforests could completely disappear within 100 years. Why should we care about deforestation? Together, forestry and agriculture are responsible for 24% of greenhouse gas emissions, making deforestation a significant contributor to climate change. Deforestation impacts the amount of greenhouse gases in the atmosphere in two ways. First, when trees are felled, they release the carbon they are storing into the atmosphere. Second, trees play a critical role in absorbing the greenhouse gases that fuel global warming. Fewer forests mean larger amounts of greenhouse gases entering the atmosphere, and increased speed and severity of global warming. In addition to helping regulate the Earth's climate, forests provide habitats for over 80% of the plants and animals that live on land. But deforestation destroys these habitats, diminishing biodiversity. Some estimate that 4,000 to 6,000 rainforest species go extinct each year. This also affects the more than 2 billion people who rely on forests as sources of food and shelter. The biggest driver of deforestation is agriculture. Farmers chop down trees in order to plant crops like soybeans, palm trees, and cocoa, or to make room to raise livestock for beef. Logging operations, which provide the world's wood and paper products, also cut countless trees each year. Forests are also destroyed as a result of growing urban sprawl as land is developed for dwellings. The effects of deforestation are grave, but not irreversible. Efforts such as managing forest resources, eliminating clear-cutting, and planting new trees to replace those removed are already being made to reduce deforestation's environmental impact on our planet. And while some plant and animal species are gone forever, combating deforestation can help prevent further loss